first off, thanks to the organizers at Don't Pitch Me Bro for including us. So I'm Daryl. Neha is my co-founder. We have Smoogs.io. We're a payments company focused on pay-as-you-go software for streaming content. So what that means is we allow content creators, digital publishers, to sell their stuff while people watch it. So minute by minute, or if they're getting a book, then page by page, that kind of a thing. So if you have content to sell, you would go to the website, smoogs.io, and register with us somehow, either send us an email or sign up. Upload the video, and we would provide an iframe link for the video to be embedded in your website. It's very simple. It's similar to a YouTube video that you would embed. And it would look at something like this when you put it on your website. The demo is there. We have a dashboard for the content creators to set up the pricing and everything. We'll discuss that later. This is what a client would see when they go to a partner website. If they're looking for a specific video on snowboarding, they find that, and they will be prompted to add funds. We use Bitcoin for the payment software. It's the most economic way for pay-as-you-go to work right now, specifically for micropayments to work with fractions of a cent payments by the second, as you'd know. We provide a refund address for receiving any funds that you haven't spent. So we ask you to send us some Bitcoin to start, and that's just a promise that I have a certain amount of money that I can spend on watching content. So the refund address is there. You'd put it into the link, sorry, the input box, save it. You copy the forwarding address, put it back in your Copay wallet, send some Bitcoins to us. Here we're sending about $5 to be able to start. You get confirmation that the money has been sent and the video is ready to be played. So you haven't actually spent any money yet, you're just starting the transaction to be able to start watching. When you click play, you can see the video starts very quickly. The account balance is down there. It's kind of small, I don't know if you can see it from in the audience. There is an account balance on top, how much money you've spent by watching. You can toggle back and forth between Bitcoin currency, or we have it in dollars right now. We haven't put in the other currencies. So yeah, that's it. You can keep playing, and you can see the account balance dropping as you watch. If you want to stop watching this video, you don't like it, you haven't paid any more than the few seconds that you've watched, you stop watching, you go to another video, and it's ready to be played because you already topped up your account. You still have funds that you haven't spent before. Start watching, same deal. When you're finished watching, you can refund the money, and anything that you haven't spent goes back to your wallet. Whatever has been spent goes to the content owner. And we also have a timed lockout. So if you want to keep the money on the account, you can leave it there for 7 days. You don't have to top up again. It's automatically refunded to you after 7 days. We can change the time lockout as we wish, but for now we have it at 7 days. So there, Neha refunded the money, went to your wallet, and that's the end of the demo for us. So we'd love to hear your feedback. Thanks.
Did not catch me unaware at all. Well done. Thank you very much. We're now going to do Q&A. So Bruno may have gone to the toilet. That was quite quick. We're going to come around with the microphone. Do you have any specific questions that you would like to ask of the audience?
I'd like to hear the feedback first before I go back, because there's some stuff that is very technical. I don't want to give too much information, or okay. Let's see what happens.
General
let's see what
feedback.
happens.
Okay,
yep.
So who's got the first bit of feedback or question? This gentleman here. Do we have a spare microphone? Ollie, do we have a spare microphone? Dan? Thank you. Is it working?
Hello.
Hi.
Feedback. Have you thought about having a system where you can credit an account and like a wallet of your own, make where you can credit with PayPal or credit or debit card? Because I imagine you know people who watch videos probably less than 1% are Bitcoin.
Yes, yes, we have. We don't want to be responsible for people's money. They don't send us any money. We're not saving anyone's money. We don't want to be a trusted third party for anyone's money. That's what Bitcoin allows us to be completely separate and trustworthy, secure. Well, if you believe in the Bitcoin system, I see some people shaking their heads. The Bitcoin technology allows the micropayments to go through without us doing anything further, essentially. Yes? Does that answer your question?
It's a good demo.
Thanks.
When you started thinking about this, did you think about it from the product creator point of view or from the user point of view, consumer point of view?
Well, we saw a need for pay-as-you-go software in the content space because typically it's a subscription-based model or ad revenue-based. We haven't seen too many systems that allow you to pay while you're going. And then we kind of designed it from a consumer perspective, thinking about how to minimize the pain points for consumers trying new content. So we kind of did a double thing from both sides. I don't know where the microphone is.
Okay, so the internet tends not to be willing to pay for a lot of videos. You can hundreds of videos freely available. What is your market point of view? What is your market view? How big is the volume? What you are targeting for your product? Because if I see it like this, it sounds very nice. It's a good instrument, but is there a real marketing behind? Is there a willingness of the community to pay for video streaming?
Okay, so we are looking at two things with the micropayment pay-as-you-go system. There's a section of the consumer that doesn't want to pay a subscription, and you have this section that will watch the ads to get free content. But there is a section that will pay for premium content that's not available on YouTube or another website, but they don't want to spend upfront to watch a video that they don't know if they're going to like it or not. We're also looking at developing markets where they don't have the resources to budget a monthly subscription model, and they typically live on a day-to-day system. So they understand pay-as-you-go, they like pay-as-you-go. So we're getting a lot of interest from people in emerging markets. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Just a quick one.
Yeah, because maybe the follow-on question, but it intend you to include that in, for example, premium television channels, which could be then handle this minutes by minute, where typically you don't like to pay hundreds of dollars per month for a subscription. Is that an idea which might be in the future? Sky Channel or whatever, something like this?
The system will work for any type of video, so it doesn't really matter or where the content is, who the owner is, big media corporation or small independent film creator. We have a question in the back.
If I was a consumer, I don't have interesting content, but it's stuff that corporations keep wanting to use from me.
Mm-hmm.
Could I use this in reverse? So I start to set up a payment stream, so if someone wants to use my data, could it be used in that way as well?
We haven't thought about it in that way, but definitely it can work. We would just have to reprogram some stuff. But definitely the payment system will work that way if we program it to. I have the mic.
Hi there. Intriguing technology. When I usually present it, when I first looked at it, I was thinking, okay, as a filmmaker, the issue that comes out of it is the fact that I want to see people watching my film to the end, because often films are pretty crap at the beginning and the whole punchline is about 3/4 of the way through. So in a funny way, the pay by second is a disincentive to continue. I'm just going to throw it out there because I was thinking, well, how do you solve that problem? And the two things that immediately your product resolved for me, perhaps for other people, is pornography. The simple fact is that it's an anonymous payment stream for something that people are doing their best to end fairly quickly, and it's a mechanism there. So, I mean, again, to me there's a very real blocker in there which says that artists would like their product, you know, viewed or read or whatever it is from beginning to end. Pornography, they don't really mind how long you go through the whole process. The simple thing is, just thinking about it from a marketing perspective, there's a ball full of, you know, channels and RedTube, etc., who I'm sure are desperate for ways to make incremental income. It's anonymous, it doesn't go on your wife or husband's shared credit card bill. I just think it's something you should think about, because it does those two particular problems.
It's come up. It's come up, and we have it. It will work. It will work.
We have one last question here.
Okay, go ahead.
My question is with regard to sponsors. Videos which have million views, I'm pretty sure the sponsor will want to pitch in. So, what do you have to say about the sponsors?
Well, we are a system that allows the creators to get paid directly from consumers. The sponsors could talk directly with the content owners to put advertisements on their websites or whatever it is, but we haven't included it in the video software, in the payment software, just because not everyone will want it. We can include it later on if we see there's a real need, but for now we're looking at a direct way for consumer to pay content creator.
So that's all we have time for. I'm ready to crack on. So big round of applause.